We're live.
Wait, stop the music. Hold it, stop the music. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?
Ladies and gentlemen, you ready to learn a little bit about automation and strategy? If you do, you are in the right place at the right time. And I am super excited to dig in, but I'm going to forewarn you. I have been having sneezing fits all day. So at some point I might have to mute myself, but we're going to see if we can make it through here. So if you're watching live, let me know that you are here with me live. Or if you come back and do the replay, let me know that you joined for the replay. And I hope that you get some golden nuggets. I am in Michigan, and today we woke up to about 3 inches of snow. I thought we were through it and had a mild winter, but we got hit today. And maybe after I get done here, I might be plowing a little bit. But for now, let's talk about something that really excites me, which is the power of AI and automation. And I have the wonderful Chef Leroy today. Nice to see you, Chef Leroy. Hope you're having a great day. So this is going to be a really intense session, you guys. We're going to go a little fast through my intro of those of you who haven't met me. But I want to get to a couple of strategies so I can show you AI or automation rather, and a strategy so that you can actually really get into automating things, taking some of these daily tasks off of your list you got to do every single day, and then really going into an advanced strategy that most people are not showing you unless you're in some of these courses that are costing you $1,000 to 10. I'm going to show it to you for free. Why? Because I love my community. I do, even when I'm not feeling that great. And hello, Pearly Whites. It's good to see you. Is that Joan Brady, maybe? Anyhow, good to see you. If you want, at the top of the description of this video, there's going to be a link that's eCam.live/something like connect or a series of numbers. If you click on that, I'll be able to see your picture and your profile, so your profile name, so that we can all be a part of the wonderful conversation. So yeah, thanks for joining today, Joan. It's good to see you. Yeah, pearly whites can make life a little bit happier for everybody. So today, automation, and specifically, we're going to talk about your social media marketing, like managing all that content. And then also, how can we really use automation for expanding our organic reach? And I think you're going to like it. But I want to give you a couple little heads up. I've got a couple things for you in the works. And some of these are freebies. Like right now, you can go download this Beyond the Algorithm workbook. There's no cost for it. It's absolutely free. And I'm going to pull it up here one second. But if you go over here, whoops, that's not quite it. But if you go over here, whoops, that's not quite it. I got feedback coming. Let me see here. Cruising in traffic. If you go over there, you'll see the ebook is right there that you can get to. You can download it for free. It doesn't cost you anything. It has a lot of helpful tips to help you regardless of what's going on in the algorithm. And then a quick reminder, this Saturday we are hosting the Cruising in Traffic Digital Marketing Workshop. And in this little course thing, whoops, I'm having a couple little problems. But in this little course, we're going to show you how to map out your actual strategy so that it's smooth sailing and you're not hitting any roadblocks. But if you go over to elizabethmorosco.com/cruise, you'll be able to sign up. It's $97, but I'm going to tell you the truth. The content that you're going to get out of there is not just to sit and listen. You're going to walk away with a powerful marketing strategy. So this year can be your best year ever when it comes to you marketing and promoting your business, because you're going to have a game plan. It's just like when you go on a road trip. If you have a map and you know where you're going, it's a lot easier than trying to figure it out along the way. So, but for now, at least go grab that book because it's absolutely free, and I think you're going to like it. So February 17th. 2 p.m. So a little bit about me, and we're going to go through this part really fast. I've been an entrepreneur for 18 years. I own an event and production agency in Michigan. Since the lockdowns and all of that, we migrated from in-person events to more digital focus. We do both. But my main focus has been studying funnels, AI, automation, digital content creation, live streaming video. And I didn't just start learning it, randomly on social media. My background is in marketing and management. I graduated with a bachelor's in marketing, moved on, went to grad school, studied organizational behavior, worked at Ford Motor Company, started my company, yada, 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 went through all those steps. And really, my passion is marketing and helping business thrive. So, what is somebody saying? I'm having a hard time getting on MacBook and video having to do on mobile. Not sure what that means. But hopefully you can get that troubleshooting worked out. You should be able to see me on a Mac because I'm streaming from a Mac. I hope. Okay. So, digging in real quick, I am grateful that we do have cell phones so we can still watch if our computers aren't working. But for the past couple of weeks, I've been talking to you guys about these ideas of having your offer, and then what are the things that you do to bring that offer to life, the steps. But one of the key parts that so many is overlooked is actually taking action. We can come up with all of these great, big, huge to-do lists with strategies, but if we don't take action, it's never gonna get done. Like sliding into my desk in my chair. Let's see if we can get this organized. But with all of it, there is content absolutely everywhere. It's endless, from your news feed on multiple channels, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, all these spin-off little side shoots. It's a lot, but a lot of it can be automated, including things like I have listed here in your post. You could pre-schedule those, not on your personal profile, you can't, but on your page. And right now for your group, you can. That's going to be going away. But you can also pre-schedule your video content. If you have a podcast, you can pre-schedule all of your podcasts. You can even automate going into comments and replying, or to engage with other people with some software I'm going to show you in just a minute, or even all of your direct messages of going and connecting with new people or responding to people, even your email and your text messages. All of these things can be automated and can save you a lot of time. And these are the tasks that end up helping you actually bring people in and convert to sales. So when you use automation with social media and you infuse it with your organic marketing, it can become very powerful. It literally can feel like an army of social media soldiers going out there and working for you. And it could be you running this all solo. So one of the key things though is having the right things that attract people in to your space. So lead magnets are super powerful. A couple weeks ago, we did this training on getting quality leads. And if you didn't see it or you want to catch that, just comment magnet, and then I can come back and give you a link to that. But ultimately, the idea is you use something exciting to pull people in. Goodness, I'm off today a little bit. But you do something to pull people in, and then as they're engaging in your content, you have to be able to respond back and at the same time go in and take time to cultivate those relationships. It doesn't just happen on autopilot. So this could be something that could be helpful if you're trying to, lure people back into your thing. But today what I want to do is I want to show you a couple of demos of actual software I'm using. I can't necessarily say these are all the things for you, but I can show you things that I'm using in my business that have worked. And one of the software I use to automate scheduling my post is called Post Planner. There's other ones. There's so many other ones like Sprout Social, Hootsuite, on and on and on. I just happened to run into this, let me see, one second, into this Post Planner a while ago, and I'm going to see if I can pull this up and show you guys a quick demo. And here we go. Okay, so this is Post Planner. I'm going to log in really quick. And it'll give you I'm just going to give you like a quick overview, but some of the things you can do is easily pull up content so you can curate it from social media that you have, social media from other people. They also have features of developing your content using AI, some really powerful stuff, even creating images, pulling in images. And this is where it becomes this crossover of moving out of social media. You can even curate some of your own content from your blog. This is super powerful, especially if you're doing content that has to educate or inform your audience. This is super powerful. And then finding things like quotes and post ideas and images and GIFs can just make it super exciting. You can set up your own streams with your own content, or you can even pull from other platforms, multiple platforms. Like this is on Facebook. Let's see what they have here. And it is going to sift through, like I can select, do I want to look for videos, images, articles, or text from these people from this news feed? This one seems to be dry. Let me see if I can go back over here. We can even go over to post ideas. Let's see what this pulls up. You can even reuse your previous posts, which is super helpful. All right, so let's say that we were going to pick this one. You can literally like go through and read what's the stuff that you like, that you don't like, and then you can add it right here, create a post. Now I have the option that I can share it across all of my different platforms, or I can do just like an individual one that I want. Like let's say that I just wanted to share it to Instagram. I could take all of these off, and it does do TikTok, and I could just share that post to Instagram, type in my text, have a great day, or whatever. And then we're not even going to get into like strategy of hashtags and stuff, but as you know, with Instagram, that's something that can be, very helpful. But overall, the thing that is wonderful about getting into software like Post Planner is ultimately when you're doing a launch or a big project, it's hard to do all those stuff at the same exact moment that an event's happening or a product launch. So if you pre-schedule all of these things, it can greatly reduce the time in that one specific hour that you're trying to do something. But even more so, I personally like working in blocks of time. So some people will find, they're scattered all over. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. A long time ago, I had met with, it was a lady who was actually president of Clarkston Bank. She was one of my clients. And she was incredibly successful. Her husband had passed away. This is when my husband was sick, but he was still alive. And her husband had passed away. And I asked her, like, how are you doing all of these different things? And you're always really calm about it. Like, what, you got to give me your inside scoop. And she told me one of the strongest moves she made in business personally was when she learned to start to compartmentalize her time and work in blocks. So, and it makes sense because sometimes you might be doing left brain activity or right brain activity. In her case, she would do like one day where it was like all the financial stuff, all of the, marketing, all of the whatever piece that had to be worked on, and it was done in blocks of time. If we can learn to embrace and really infuse that into our regular work principles, we'll become more efficient because we're not stopping our brain and thinking, what about A, B, and C? But we're just thinking about A, get it done. So there's more even flow happening. So personally, I think using stuff like Post Planner or Hootsuite or whatever software you want. Facebook even has some things, if you go back into the business page, like into the development part, where you can post in advance and schedule it out. But with Post Planner, it becomes a little bit more sophisticated because you can repurpose your content. You can do measurables to find out what's working, what's not working, and really not get stuck in a rut of creative block or stuck in a rut of trying to do 10 things at once. So I highly advise you looking at automating some of those things because, did you hear my stomach? That was my stomach just growling. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that. So let's go over to the comments and say hello. We had a couple of people pop up. We've got... Oh, live from New York. Oh my gosh. When you say that, you know what it makes me want to say? It's Saturday Night Live. Right? Okay. And then, hey, beautiful. It's good to see you, Shayna. It's always good to see you. Jasmine Ruff, welcome to the crowd. What's the name of it? That again, it's Post Planner. And I advise you always go and look at different software. Look at the cost, look at the features. For me, I found Post Planner to be a great price point. He has evolved the software a lot over the past, I'm going to say I've been using them for, oh my goodness, maybe like 7 years. And they have different packages starting from, maybe $10 a month to $100 a month. I have a package that's about, I think, $47 or $48 a month. But it might cost you more too, because I think I'm on a legacy plan, I think. Anyhow, it's good stuff. And then Shayna said, sorry, jumped in late. The app name is Post Planner. Chef Leroy, cool software. It really is. Yes, Post Planner. Yep. I looked at the app, same icon as Post Planner. It's like a green kind of icon. Here, let me see if I can pull it up again. Where is it at? Right here? Is that it? Okay, let me go back up to the top of this. So this is what it would look like when you go to log in. It's excellent. I love it. In fact, Shayna, I have some of your stuff in there too. But what I love too is now you can schedule your TikToks on here, your Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, what else? Your blogs, it's powerful. So it's for all your social media content sort of management. And it's definitely a favorite because I've been using it for years. So no complaints to speak of. All right, so let's go a little bit further. We are already at 2:19, party time. Okay, so moving in, my next favorite one you got to know. And you must have heard me talk about this before. It's Unipro. Now, this takes care of automation in a different way. This is where you're getting into your really like network marketing. It's not meant for posting. That's not what it's about. It's about managing all of your direct messages, your communications, your community, and it can do so many things to really help you get to the point that networking organically is not stressful. Growing your group's not stressful because all the pieces are in there. So I'm going to show you a couple of different strategies today with Unipro. The first one, it starts with just like basic bones of automation. And it's simple things like you can manage your group members. So if you have somebody that's joining a group, your group specifically, and you know how you have to enter in all their contact information, you get 3 questions in your group. You can ask somebody when they join your group. One of them should be, what's your email address? And then you can get them into your newsletter. But often you got to go back and type that stuff or copy and paste. I don't want to do that. Do you want to do that? No. Say goodbye. So what Unipro does is it allows you to go in there, automate, adding all those group members and doing some stuff like friend requests and even scheduling your direct messages in bulk. I'm going to give you a little bit of a walkthrough here. And then later, I'm going to show you an advanced strategy that is super powerful. All right, so for starters, like over here in this one section where it says manage group members, I already ran mine today. You need to run it at least once a day. What I do is go into this section, I click manage, excuse me, it's going to pop up my Facebook group that I'm trying to manage. And if anybody had any requests, I would strictly click, there's a green button that would say Unipro approve, and then they get added to this Google Doc that I have right here. Can you see it? This Google Doc right here. So I don't even have to do anything other than click add to group. They get automatically added to the group in Facebook and then automatically added to the Excel sheet or the Google Doc, I should call it. And then going in a little bit further, okay, let me show you this. It does have the option for features like connecting with some leads from different groups. We'll go over that another time because I really want to get into this, this little piece of content. Where's the direct messages? Okay, so let's say that you had a lot of new friends that were coming in from your new event that you had. You would strictly go over here to like recently added friends in the last 24 hours. Click on, I have these templates that are pre-made and I have some for event notices or like here is a new friend greeting. I click that and then I hit save. Wait, let me see if I have one. Okay, recently added friends. I'm going to say within the next 24 hours. Do you want to send to people you're already in conversation with? No. And the reason why I'm putting no on there is if I'm already talking to somebody, I don't want to go back in and say, hey, great to connect with you, because that's what these messages I have preloaded in the new friend greeting template are basically saying, hey, nice to meet with you. So that would be weird, right? And then I can define how many messages I want to send in one bulk. And this time I'm going to say, let's say 15 messages, and I'm going to send them 1 minute apart, right? Now, we want to do this so that you don't tick off the Facebook algorithm. I'm going to click save because they'll block you if you are sending out too many messages too fast or too many messages in a day. So the more you do this, the stronger your Facebook muscle will get so that you can send out more messages more frequently. But you might want to start off at like 25 to 30 messages a day and then build up from there. So right now it's generating this list, okay? So these are all the people that I've become friends with in the last 24 hours. If it has a green check, it's going to let you know that it's automatically getting put into a list so I can send out those, hey, nice to meet you messages, right? And if I've already sent a message with them or corresponded with them, there will be a date that pops up right here. And it's not going to go into that list because we had already selected do not share with or do not send to people we already have a message out to. So that gives you sort of the gist of that. I'll let that run a half a second and then we'll go back. It's going to take just a couple minutes to populate because I think I have probably like 10 new friends in the last 10 hours. But all of this has been automated. And one of the things that's key whenever you do automation is schedule your time that you're going to do your automation. Don't squeeze it in. Whether we're talking about Post Planner for creating all of your super kick booty content that you want everybody to go, yeah. Don't cram it in. Take a day, once a week, once a month, whatever you got, and schedule that out. And then with things like Unipro, it's something that needs to be kind of maintained daily because it's networking. You don't just do it once and you're done. You got to go back in, gather some of that, connection, sending out your messages, sending out friend requests, engaging with people. Okay, so that just finished. Let's go back over here. Okay, so you can see that it says, my new friend list. I have 7 people, right? So I'm going to click the play button. And it's going to automatically start spitting out all of those messages. We'll just do one while we're live because I don't want to get Facebook mad at me because I'm, live and pushing the go button. Okay, so the first one went out. Okay, I'm going to hit pause. And then you'll see, I want to show you 2 things. Like these are the messages that I had pre-populated in that template. Hey, first name, it'll automatically put in their first name. It's great to connect with you on Facebook. I hope your day's going wonderful. And the style that I use is I'm not in your face by my stuff. This is just a way I want to connect and see, do I want to connect with this person? Do they want to connect with me? Let's get to know each other. And that's pretty much that. So it's a simple way for you to automate, whether it's bringing in new friends, or sending out, I also will do reminders. And I don't send out reminders to everyone. I send out reminders specifically to people who have either replied in an email, a direct message, or clicked on an event invite and select that they're interested in going. And then I'll send them a direct message. Hey, just so you know, tomorrow this event's going on, or later today, this is happening. I know you said you were interested. And that way it's you chasing after the people that are interested in what you have instead of just chasing everybody. I would rather try to zoom in on, 20 prospects that were really interested in my content and my services versus 20,000 that have no interest at all. So, you got to think about that. Like, who are you approaching with the item that you have? Is it something they're interested in, or are you just throwing it out there? We don't want to just throw it out there. All right, so going a little bit further, you can get into a lot of fun stuff, even like with the direct messages and the friend request, and just have some fun with it. But this next one I'm going to show you guys, this is what you would call, an extremely niche down strategy of really finding your target leads. And actually, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to show you how to poach your competitors' leads. and do almost like an organic version of lookalike ads. But there's no ads involved. I'm going to show you how you could find who are your competitors' leads and bring them into your pipeline. Does that sound like something you're interested in? If you want to know about that, tell me. I want to know, because this is an advanced one. It's going to take a minute for us to kind of run through it, but I think we got this.
I hope you enjoyed your flight with us this afternoon, and we'll join us again sometime in the future.
Okay. Well, the flight's not over yet. So if you're interested, just let me know. I'm going to drop it down. Okay. I'm seeing a yes. I want to know. Okay. Okay, Jasmine, because Jasmine said I want to know. I'm going to teach you guys this strategy. All right. So buckle up. Here we go, Buttercup. Okay. So this is a way that you can really hone down to get 20 to 30 highly targeted leads every single day. Every single day. And not have to spend a dime on ads. Okay, so for starters, one of the first things you're gonna do, I'm gonna show you these steps on the screen. We're gonna walk through it, and then I'm gonna open up my browser, and then we're gonna go through the actual steps. Okay, so you don't have to just think what it might look like. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so for number one, you're going to go through and scan all of the event lists that you have from invites that you receive from other people. And hopefully you've been joining groups and networks that are connected to your industry, right? So you should be getting invites regularly. So you're going to scan through those events, and then you're going to look at the events that could possibly include your ideal client. So if you were a health and wellness guru, you might not want to go over into the section where it's about, auto mechanics. They might have some people interested in health, but if there was an event that happened that you were invited to and it was all about natural eating to heal your body, which one do you think would have more of your target audience? Right, the one that had the natural food and healthy eating. So you want to identify events that would have your target market, and then you're going to create a list with everyone who attended that event, and then you're going to invite them into either through to connect with you or to, come take part in your event. Send them a direct message. You can do this all manually, or I'm going to show you how to do it because I'm lazy. I'm going to show you how to do it with some software, which is Unipro, okay? All right, so let me get this window open here. So the first one is if you are in Facebook. Let me move this over here so I can see more. Oh, here, let me get my screen over to you guys. Screen share, here we go. Okay, so if you go over to Facebook and then go over to your newsfeed section, go over to events, all right? And then, let's see, your events, click on your events, and then scroll down, see where it says past events. Click on that. Okay, now this is going to show you all the different events that I've been invited to for forever and ever and ever. But some of these would be something I'm personally interested in, but it may not have, a connection to my business. So I might love talking about, antiquing, but antiquing has nothing to do with my business. So I'm not going to target that market. But let's say right here, servant to success, spectacular moments. You go through, you take a look, read through what's the event about. See, is this a good lead? Look at how many people went. It was 15 people. All right. So what I do here, let me see. I'm going to go over to these three dots. All right. And I'm going to click on, see this link right here, this HTTP. I'm going to click on this link because we're going to copy it. That's all I did was copy it. Okay. Now I'm going to go over to, okay, we're going to switch over to Unipro now. All I did was I went to my Facebook events. I looked at past events I was invited to. You scope out events that look like it might be your target market. Read through what that event was about. Make sure it correlates. Look at the guest list. See, do these look like people that might be potentially your market? And now we're going to go, you could literally go through and just like create an Excel sheet, right? And then go back, try to send a friend request or a message or something like that. I actually do not send messages to, I don't send messages to strangers, to people that I don't know on Facebook, unless it's like something, really specific I'm trying to do. That is not part of my strategy. You don't want to start getting put to the spam box or take off the algorithm. Just be respectful. Don't be a spammer. Be a legitimate business owner, okay? And these tactics are no different than the lookalike ads from Facebook. And in fact, you can even go to people's ads and do the same thing that I'm showing you right now with events. Same exact thing. Okay, let's get back on track. Okay, so we're going to go over to Unipro, okay? So let me get this open on my end. Okay, so for Unipro, I'm going to come down to this section right here, and it's called, where is this at? Broadcast list. Okay, this is it, broadcast list. So I got to scroll all the way down, and then I'm going to select from event. And on this one, I'm going to just call it marketing peeps. Okay, and in this line right here, I'm going to drop that link. Remember that link I grabbed from their event? And I'm going to load it. Now I have the option to include friends and non-friends. Like if I wanted to include people on this list I'm about to build that are not people I'm friends with, I can do that too. So let's just do that for now and see what's it come up with. And I'm going to hit load. And this will take a little while to populate. But after this is when you go back through and you start looking at, ways that you can create something that is going to resonate with that audience, whether it's your lead magnet or your event, and then trying to connect those people with the thing that you have to offer. And then you automate the whole thing. So in this case, it looked like one person popped up. Let me pop this up. This was probably the wrong one, but you would select that person, create a list, and then you could go back in and say, hey, Mike, did you see that I have an upcoming event that, you might be interested in? And you know that they're already looking at that kind of stuff because they already attended that sort of event. So these are some of those things that just can make connection with a highly targeted niche very, very possible. And again, you can do the same thing. Like if you went to your competitors' ads, I don't know if you can go on to their business page. You can scroll through and see, from the transparency of all the ads that they have running. And then you could click that link, pull back in, and then find out who are those people. It's the organic version of lookalike ads. Very powerful stuff. So, okay, moving on real quick. I just want to remind you a couple things. I have some freebies for you. So if you haven't gone and checked it out, you can go over to elizabethmorosco.com/love my business. And I've got some goodies for you so that you can actually give your business a little bit of TLC today. So if you go register really quick, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you go register really quick, it will take you but a minute, and it'll automatically give you instant access to some free, really helpful information, including an e-planner, basically outlining main pillars for a successful online event. I have some Canva templates for you to download, and all that jazz. So that's something that you definitely, it's worth checking out. It's free. Every Monday, I'm going to drop some more goodies just for you guys. So go check it out. All right. So one more thing I want to give you, because we talked a lot about social media kind of automation, but I want to just briefly touch on some of the ideas for email automation. So a lot of times people will talk about email sequence, and I don't know if some people even really know what it is, but it's just a series of emails that goes out. Where the automation comes in play is when you define a triggering moment that happens that sets off a series of emails, like a domino effect, right? So, for instance, top of funnel, we're always talking about getting new leads, getting them in there, and then what happens when you finally convert those followers and fans on your Facebook page and etc. to become your client? Then what? Your contact. Then what? You got to nurture them to become your client. So they go from a fan to a contact to hopefully a client. And you've got to nurture them. And one of the great ways of doing it is when you get that contact information is sending out emails. So one way of looking at it could be is if you have somebody that signs up for an event that you have, maybe they go through the event and then they're entered into a series of maybe 5 emails that tie to a specific strategy to, get them to engage in a product, a service, or an idea. So it doesn't have to be you sitting there every time a new person signs up and you're sending out an email. Welcome. Hey, here's the next step. Hey, here's the next step. No. If generally, you've got your welcome email that maybe you send them, and then maybe you do, they call it indoctrination, a series of indoctrination emails of like getting people to know you or nurture you, and then doing an offer. But you should have this in advance in your head and not just go in and say, hey, buy my stuff. It's no different than the creepy dude at a bar in 1985 with a great big Botox thing hanging, or not Botox. What do they call that? What do they call those mustaches? Armor mustaches trying to hit on you. No, you gotta cultivate those relationships. You gotta ease into it instead of just saying, buy my stuff. Buy my stuff. No, let them get to know you. Let them understand, what can you bring to the table? Whether it's your product, your service, your talent, your knowledge, cultivate it so people can get to know you a little bit better. And then, have fun with it. But the big thing is don't be pushy because it's just slimy, Get those relationships going. What did Shana say? Offer value like the dude at the bar buys you drinks first. That's right, Sheena. It's hard. I do. It works excellent. Oh, you're welcome, chef. Yeah. It's some good stuff. So, okay. Anyhow, so quick reminder. I just want to remind you this Saturday, time's running out. I only have a couple seats left because it's very, very short, small workshop because it's hands-on. So I can make sure I'm able to answer questions and we can really dig into the nitty-gritty of marketing strategy. But this Saturday, we've got the cruising and traffic marketing digital workshop. It's going to be super fun. I'd love it if you could make it. You can go over to elizabethmorosco.com/cruise. And you still, even if you don't register for the event, go grab that free ebook. It's not really a book. It's more like a little guide planner. But go grab that free Beyond the Algorithm guide because there's some helpful information that will help you cut through a lot of the tape on Facebook. But overall, you're going to have a chance to really break free from uncertainty at that event and get direct connections and really be able to build out your tribe in 2024. So, take the time, break away from uncertainty, learn how to get your communication improved, build that tribe your way, amplify your voice. And you know what? We'll even dig into a little bit of confidence boosters so you can increase your ability to do some of these things. The whole bottom line is this. Don't refuse to lose. Just get back in there. Things may take you longer, but you just got to keep being persistent. And with this roadmap, it's going to give you the exact plan of what you got to do to be able to win big. And it's only $97. So February 7th, 2 p.m. Eastern, go over to elizabethmorosco.com/cruise. Let's have fun. Go grab your Beyond the Algorithm little ebook. It's kind of fun, and get in there, because with a solid strategy, that is how you build a business that's successful without as much stress and freakouts. So if you did get something out of this video today, though, if you guys could just drop me a heart or a thumbs up, it does help me with the algorithm a little bit, because I don't have any control over that. And you know, I like other people to see this content. So if you got something out of it, go ahead, drop me a heart. And then Chef Leroy said, I used to have one of those mustaches when I worked in the oil field cooking on oil rigs. It's funny. Yeah, what are those mustaches called? It's like handlebar mustache or something. I don't know. Yeah, the 80s were kind of fun when you go back and you look at like the hair and the color, and there's so many variations from like early 80s to late 80s. So I know for myself, I was an Aquanet girl. Hey, Shayna, did you do the Aquanet thing in the 80s? I was about 3 inches taller. I felt so tall between my high heels and my high hair. I looked like I was 5'4". Okay, so I think that's all the comments that we got for now. And then thanks for coming by. It's so good to see you. I love you and your little white hearts. It's so cheerful. It goes perfectly with that black and white photo too. But the bottom line is, you guys, don't be afraid of automation. Go try it out. Have some fun. If you want to try out the Unipro, go over to elizabethmorosco.com/Unipro. Gives you a little bit of background on Unipro. But if you do end up purchasing through that link, it is an affiliate link, I come back in and I give you some other powerhouse strategies just because you clicked on the link and you purchased through my affiliate. It's a little way of me saying thank you. So, hell yeah. You're so funny, Shayna. It's always so good to see you. But, okay, so this Saturday, I hope to see you guys there. And in the meantime, just take care of yourself. I am going to go I think I'm going to take a Dayquil because I'm a little bit stuffy, but I did not sneeze once during this live stream. So in the meantime, you guys, be good, be happy, and most definitely be blessed. Bye.
Stay